Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I eat in a day. I am so excited to bring you this video because I am such a foodie. I love sharing with you guys all things that I love here on my channel, and I am very passionate about food. I love cooking. I love to try new things. So I figured I would bring you guys a what I eat in a day. Just to quickly touch on my eating lifestyle and my eating habits, I guess you could say. I don't eat red meat. I only eat like white meats and seafood, and I want to say I typically don't eat meat 3 times a day, but this is just how today happened. I'm keeping it real with you guys. Sometimes I only eat meat once a day, sometimes I don't eat meat at all. I don't really like to put a label on my eating habits. I just like to eat whatever I feel like cooking. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. I also want to quickly say that I will be posting calories on the screen in today's video because I do try to watch my calories. I'm not in necessarily a calorie deficit or on a weight loss journey, and I'm definitely not making this video to promote being in a calorie deficit or counting calories. I think you guys are all beautiful just the way you are, and I think we should love ourselves and love our bodies no matter what. For me, just lightly keeping track of my calories just helps me with portion control to maintain my weight and to also just teach myself proper serving sizes when it comes to different types of food. So with all of that being said, here is what I eat in a day. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So although you guys just saw everything that I eat in a day in the intro, I'm jumping on into breaking it down meal by meal for you. So around 9 o'clock, 9:15, I will come downstairs and have some breakfast. For today's breakfast, I'm having a turkey sausage, egg and cheese. I love the brown and serve turkey sausages. These are just my favorite that I've tried. They are so good, very easy to make. I would say that my breakfast varies a lot. Sometimes I'll have like avocado toast, sometimes I'll have an avocado bagel, sometimes I'll just have egg and cheese on a bagel with hot sauce, but today I wanted something with a little bit more protein because it was also a normal filming day for me, and this is very filling, keeps me full for a long time. So I'm just putting these sausages in a pan with some water. They are frozen, so the water just helps thaw them a little bit before they start browning. And then for my toast, I love the Sara Lee white whole wheat, white whole grain. Any sort of whole grain will work, but I love these Sara Lee breads because they are lower calorie, coming in around 60 to 70 calories per slice. I find that other breads that I've tried are 110 calories per slice, and you could have 2 slices of these for 130, and I just overall really like this bread. Like when you like something, that is just what you buy over and over, and I love these Sara Lee. So now while that's cooking and the sausages are browning up, I'm getting started on my egg, just using some olive oil cooking spray in this little mini egg pan, which is the cutest thing ever, and I love it so much. I found this at TJ Maxx for like $4, and it has been the best purchase. It's perfect if you guys are making a breakfast sandwich because it keeps the egg nice and round and in shape. So I like my eggs fried hard. I also like to break the yolk so it's nice and flat. So once my egg is flipped and it starts cooking on the other side, I'm going to top it off with some cheese. I used half a slice of pepper jack cheese on this day. Pepper jack is my favorite cheese. I love everything spicy. I do eat a lot of cheese in this video. I realized it as I was editing. I just love cheese so much, but I only had half a slice this day for breakfast. So while that's melting, I'm going to pull out my toast and start assembling the rest of the sandwich. I'm just taking the teeniest amount of country crock margarine just because I cannot stand eating toast without any sort of butter or margarine. I just feel like it's way too dry. So I'm just putting a little bit of this on, and then I'm going to assemble the rest of the sandwich. Along with my sandwich today, I had a handful of grapes, as well as my favorite coffee ever is the Green Mountain Caramel Vanilla Cream. It is so delicious. I drank my coffee black, no cream, no sugar, and that's really it for breakfast. The calories on this are about 370 if you guys were wondering, but it is so good. Very filling, lots of protein, keeps me nice and full for a while on my filming days, and I just love this breakfast. It's definitely one of my favorites. On this day, I got a little hungry about 3 hours after breakfast, so I just wanted to have a little light snack before lunchtime. These everything rice cakes, pun intended here, you guys, are everything. They are the best flavor of rice cake that I've ever had. And on the side, surprise, surprise, I'm having it with some pepper jack cheese. Now, I don't have a food scale or anything to do exact measurements, but I try to cut what I think would be about 110 calories of this cheese, which it's not a lot of cheese. I used to eat chunks and chunks of this cheese, but after really trying to watch my portions, I just eat a couple of pieces with a side of grapes, and I really love this snack. It's nice and yummy, and it comes in at around 240 calories. For lunch today, I am making some tacos using some leftover taco meat that we had a few nights before this for dinner. So I'm starting off with 2 taco-sized tortillas. These are the 6-inch ones, and I just heated them up quickly in the microwave. I know I was just too lazy to toast them, so I just microwaved them. So I'm just spreading some of this Cabo Fresh guac. Oh, this is the best guacamole, you guys, store-bought at least. I really do like to make my own guac on some days, but I already had this on hand, and I also really like it because I know the exact calories that are in it. So I'm just spreading this really thin on the tortilla just so I don't put like heaps and heaps of guac, even though I totally could if I didn't have any self-control. Alright, so now getting into the taco meat. It is actually leftover shredded chicken that I kind of just made up a recipe one day and I love it. It's chicken breast seasoned with adobo, and then I cooked it with recaito, tomato sauce, hot sauce, and some Spanish green olives until it was nice and soft and shredded. And oh my gosh, it is amazing. I've made it a couple times. I made it once for empanadas, and it is just the most delicious shredded chicken. I will definitely have the recipe written down below if you guys were curious. So now I'm just going ahead and chopping up some fresh toppings for the tacos. I am chopping up some onion, and then I'm also going to do some baby cherry tomatoes and some iceberg lettuce. Now to assemble the tacos, I have the guac already spread on the tortilla, and now I'm just taking my shredded chicken. I love green olives, you guys. I think I love olives in general. I am sharing this meat and these toppings with my brother for lunch as well, so I am taking all of the olives because he does not like them. I don't know how. I think they're so delicious. Definitely let me know in the comments if you guys are an olive fan. I feel like it's one of those foods that you either love it or you hate it. So now I'm just going in with the toppings, some onions, tomatoes, and lettuce, as you guys just saw me chop it all up earlier. And lastly, for the taco, I am adding some of this fancy, I don't know why they call it fancy, shredded 4-cheese Mexican blend cheese, just a little sprinkle, just about 1/4 cup or even a little bit less. And I am going in and drinking some lemon water, which is my favorite thing to drink all day long. But a little helpful tip is to freeze your lemon wedges and turn them into ice cubes. I learned this from watching a Juicy Jazz What I Eat in a Day, and it is such a genius idea because it slowly infuses the water and keeps it nice and cold like an ice cube. So that is lunch. These tacos were delicious, and it comes in at about 500 calories for both of the tacos. Alright, so now it is time for dinner, and I wanted to keep dinner a little bit lighter today because I did have the tacos a little bit late, and it was more of a hefty lunch, so I wanted to go lighter for dinner. So I'm having some white rice and salmon. So starting off with my white rice, I know everyone cooks it differently, but I am going to be doing 1 cup of white rice and cooking that in 2 cups of water. If you guys are doing 2 cups of rice, then you use 3 cups of water. So again, I know everyone cooks their rice differently. This is how I was taught to cook my white rice, and it comes out perfect every time. So I'm also adding a little bit of olive oil into the water just so the rice doesn't become too sticky or stick to each other, and I'm also salting the water and the rice as well. So to cook the rice, I'm just letting it boil and letting the rice absorb all of the water. This took about like 12 to 15 minutes, I would say. I sped this up like 20 times the speed just to get it nice and short for you guys. But as you can see, the rice is going to start absorbing all of that water, and you want to make sure all of the water is absorbed before you move on to the next step. So even if you have to move the rice out of the way to see if there's any water at the bottom, you want it to be totally absorbed, and then you are going to cover it to steam it. So to give a really nice steam and a good seal, I always add a piece of aluminum foil underneath the lid of my pot, and this just makes the rice steam really nice. There's no steam escaping. If you have an electric burner, I recommend moving it to a small burner, turning it on low, and then you are going to steam your rice for 20 to 25 minutes and do not touch it. Just let it do its thing for 20 to 25 minutes and it'll come out great, I promise you. While the rice is cooking, I'm preparing my salmon, which was just a frozen Atlantic salmon from my grocery store. I let it defrost. I'm seasoning it with some adobo, which is an all-purpose seasoning, salt, pepper, turmeric, oregano, and garlic powder. And then the Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning blend is amazing. If you guys like to cook, if you like spicy foods, I definitely recommend trying this. It's the perfect mix of like heat with that little hint of like the citrusy lime. It is delicious, so I'm adding that to the salmon and also giving it a little squeeze of a lemon. I'm prepping my pan with some cooking spray. I really like cooking spray over oil just to keep the calories down. Oil racks up calories really quickly. Like 2 tablespoons of oil is like 100 calories. So I just like to use cooking spray. I want to say I am not a professional at cooking seafood. It's kind of a new experience for me. So I was just following what the bag says, which says to cook it flesh side down first for 6 minutes. And then once these 6 minutes has passed, flip it over and then cook it on the skin side for another 6 minutes. So this salmon was so good. Look how delicious that looks. It had a really nice color, a really nice crust to it from the pan, and just to give it a little bit more lemony flavor, a little bit more brightness, I put some fresh lemon wedges on the top for the remainder of the cooking time. When the rice is finished, you're going to want to carefully remove the lid as well as the aluminum. Please be careful if you guys do this because I have gotten a pretty bad steam burn before. That steam is like piping hot when it comes out of the pot. So here's the rice all finished. It should be nice and fluffy. I just kind of like to fluff it up with a fork before I go ahead and serve it. When it comes to serving the rice, I don't use any precise measuring cups or really precise measurements because after kind of watching my calories for a while, I feel like I'm very good at eyeballing similar amounts. So I'm serving up just about a cup of rice. It might be a little bit over, but close to a cup of the white rice, and then plating the salmon with the lemon. This was so delicious, you guys. I really love this meal. It's about 430 calories for everything that you see on this dish, and the flavor on the salmon is so good with the chili and the lime. If you guys have any cooking recommendations or any like seasoning tips or even just meals featuring seafood, I would love to know. It is my new obsession and I'm always looking for new ways to cook it. So along with dinner, I'm drinking one of these bubbly sparkling waters. I really love seltzer. I love sparkling water. I would say that I'm not addicted to soda, but I love myself a good Diet Coke a couple times a week, but I've been trying to really lean off of it, and I find that these sparkling waters really help me. This is the blackberry flavor, but I really also like the strawberry, and I'm just enjoying my dinner watching Friends for the 3rd time because it's my favorite show ever and it's amazing. So for dessert today, I wanted to show you guys two different types of desserts because some days I'll have a lighter dessert like this one or more of a treat type dessert that I will get into. So for the lighter dessert that I was having today, these are some chopped up strawberries with some mini chocolate chips sprinkled on top. It is such a delicious and easy dessert. It's almost like the same vibe as a chocolate covered strawberries, just a lot less of the chocolate, and it is so sweet, definitely satisfies my sweet tooth. I would say that I'm definitely more of a savory rather than a sweet girl, so dessert is not that important to me, but I do always get a sweet tooth right after dinner. So I chopped up my strawberries. I'm going to be sprinkling some of these mini chocolate morsels on there. I love semi-sweet chocolate because it's a little bit bitter, and I also prefer mini chocolate chips because you just feel like you're getting more and the serving size goes farther. So I'm just sprinkling on about a tablespoon of chocolate chips, and that's it. So simple, and like I said, it tastes like you're eating a chocolate covered strawberries just without all of the chocolate. And this whole dessert comes in at under 100 calories because the chocolate chips don't have a lot and the strawberries have like close to no calories. So that is my lighter dessert, but I wanted to be realistic with you guys and show you that I don't always have fruit for dessert. On another day, I filmed this another day just to show you guys I was having more of a treat dessert. This is a double chocolate muffin from Sam's Club, and I'm eating half of this. Sometimes I'll have a scoop or two of ice cream or something like that. As I mentioned earlier, it's just all about balance, and it really depends on what I ate for the rest of the day. But that is going to complete this what I eat in a day. I had so much fun filming this video and putting it together for you guys, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy seeing this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and it also lets me know that you guys like these types of videos. So if you want to see more what I eat in a day videos, I will definitely do that if you guys like this video. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!